Today's lesson is solving two-step equations. So to remember how to do two-step equations, step one, you add or subtract from variable. You're doing the opposite of what it's asking you to do. So if it says add, then you subtract. Step two, this is only with two-step equations, you guys. So don't think this works for all of them. For step two, it's either multiply or divide from variable. Okay, so if I look at example 1a, here's your variable. This is where it's going to stay. So I'm going to take step one, and that's adding or subtracting. So you find the one that's adding or subtracting from the variable, and that would be this one. So I'm going to, since it's adding, you're going to subtract it. So we're going to subtract 2 from both sides. This goes away. So it's now m over 4 equals 8. And then step 2 is either dividing or multiplying. And 4 is dividing, so we're going to multiply to both sides. So, boom. And 8 times 4 is 32 equals m. And here's how you find your two-step equations. Okay, B. So we're going to add or subtract from the variable. Here's your variable. So it's subtracting, so we're going to do its opposite, which is add. So x over 9 equals 1 plus 15 is 16. And then 9 is dividing. So we want to multiply. Dalton, you know what to do with that. Put it away now.
I'm doing my homework. This motivates me.
16 times 9 is 144. Alright, so C, we have this time, we have the y. We add or subtract first, so I'm going to add 3 to both sides because you're doing its opposite. So it's going to be 10 equals 2y. Opposite of 2 is multiplying, so we're going to divide. So y equals 5. Alright, D. Notice there is no number in front of the x, but there's a negative, so I'm going to make it -1. And I add or subtracting, so I'm going to subtract 15 to both sides. So it's -1x equals -3. X is still not by itself. -1 is multiplying to it, so we're going to divide by -1. So x equals +3. Alright, so x equals 3. So, we're going to look at how to write an equation. So, a music store sells a copy of deluxe electronic guitar for $295. So that's how much it cost altogether, so $295. And that is 30 more than, so 30 more than, that's telling me 30 goes last. And more than means a plus sign. And then it's 1/3 the cost of a guitar. So we'll do G for guitar. So we want to find out how much it costs. Whoa, it's not 1/2, it's 1/3. So So step 1, we're going to add or subtract. So G stays by itself. So we're going to get rid of the 30. Going to bring it over to the side. It'll be 265 equals 1/3 G. Now, 1/3 is multiplying to G. To get rid of the 1/3, you're going to multiply by its reciprocal. So we are going to do 3/1. So it's multiplied by 3/1, or 3. So 3 times 265 is 15, 18, 19, $795 for the guitar. Let's try another one. Suppose your high school's baseball team scored 5 runs in Saturday's game. So that's 5 equals. This was 4 more than, so 4 more than half the runs of the opposing team. So R for runs. So there's your equation. Again, you subtract 4. And it's 1 equals half R to get rid of the half, I'm going to multiply by 2. So 2 equals R. And there's your answer. Okay, sample 3. In a catalog, tulips cost $75.75 each. So it's 0.75 cents each. So for each tulip. And shipping is $3. You always are shipping $3. It's going to cost. Write a rule that describes the amounts spent as a function of the letter of bulbs. So it's going to, how much it costs you. Okay? That's the first step. And determine the greatest number of bulbs. So you're going to put $14 in for cost, because that's how much you want to spend. So it's going to be 0.75 T plus $3 equals 14. I'm going to subtract 3. 0.75 T equals 11. And then divide by 0.75. T equals 11 divided by 0.75 is 14.6 with a line over it, but you can't have that many, you can't have a point of a tulip, and so it's going to be 14. It's about 14 tulips you can have. Mrs. Simmons works at a furniture store. Her base salary, she makes $125. That's how much she makes altogether. And that will never change. And that is 1/12 of her sales. So I'm going to make that S. And that's how much she costs in a day. That's what we'll do. C, we like C when it comes to money. That's the first answer. And then find the amount of her sales. So we don't know how much her sales is, but her salary is $255 equals S plus 125. Subtract 125. Goodbye, people.
Everybody's filming.
0, 3, 1, 1, 1/12
Make the whole filming thing and kind of a band.
times 12 times 12. So S equals
I love drawing the person and the bowl of ice cream.
130. I don't know what that is. Hold on. She sold $1,560 worth of sales. So that's how much she made.
Is this your Sharpie?
We're not going to justify each step. You're just telling me if they added, subtracted, multiplied, or divide. Goodbye.